International Confederation Midwives defines midwife as a person who has successfully completed a midwifery education program that is recognized in the country where it is located and that is based on the ICM, Essential Competencies for Basic Midwifery Practice, and the framework of the ICM Global Standards for Midwifery Education. The word midwife means with the woman. Joan Donnelly, a New Zealand home birth midwife, a lead midwifery practitioner, an activist who once said, and I quote, "The job, being a midwife, gave enormous satisfaction. You develop a relationship with every mother and baby. After you have been in the job for a while, you have this wonderful feeling that there are those people out there who has developed good vibes towards you." Now, an article published in the UNFPA News May this year, was on safety in midwifery. It stated midwives can provide 87% of the needed essential care for women and newborns, is educated and regulated for international standards. According to the 2014 State of World Midwifery Report, it states, well-trained midwives could help avert roughly 2/3 of all maternal and newborn deaths. Having midwives in primary and secondary settings is a big asset to the Ministry of Health. Don't you think? I do. The Fijian community need to recognize how fortunate they are in having this profession made available to them. We midwives have got a huge role to play in rising up to meet the challenges. Obstetric and medically related conditions such as gestational diabetes, hypertension, cardiac-related problems, iron deficiency anemia, women with high body mass index, late bookers, unplanned pregnancies, teenage pregnancies are some of the problems we encounter each day in our clinical settings. I've got 3 clinics running in the southern suburbs of Auckland. Most of my women are of Pacific and Maori descent. Most of the women that attend the clinics have similar problems that you are facing in Fiji. This also includes women with social issues. The implementation and using of care plan and clear documentation is my main tool in identifying problems and managing them appropriately. To me, delivering quality care for the woman and her family is what matters most. I understand the sacrifices you go through in your work settings, for I also have served as a midwife in Fiji. A midwife graduating from the Fiji Midwifery School should be fully competent and a safe practitioner. I've often been praised for my clinical skills in New Zealand. The truth is, most of these skills have been with me from Fiji. And with that, I want to acknowledge and give a big thank you to my former mentor and tutor, Mrs. Alomita Bulvakovoko, and not forgetting my clinical mentor, Dr. Mary Shen. Midwifery is not only about clinical skills, it's also about evidence-based practice and setting standards. Fiji Midwifery Society need to look for ways to lift midwifery standards to international level. In New Zealand, all midwives are required to practice according to the 10 standards of midwifery practice. That had been said by the New Zealand College of Midwives, and I want to bring the 10 standards to you. One, the midwife works in partnership with the woman. 2, The midwife upholds each woman's rights to informed choices. 3, the midwife collates and documents comprehensive assessments of the woman, baby's health and well-being. 4, the midwife maintains purposefully ongoing updated records and made them available for the woman and other relevant person involved. 5, midwifery care is planned with the woman. 6, midwifery actions are prioritized and implemented appropriately, with no midwifery actions or omission placing the woman at risk. 7, the midwife is accountable to the woman, to herself, to the midwifery profession, and to the wider community for her practice. 8, the midwife evaluates her practice. 9, the midwife negotiates the completion of a midwifery partnership with the woman. And 10, the midwife develops and shares midwifery knowledge, initiates and promotes research. In New Zealand, all midwives have to be reviewed every 2 years by the MSR board, which stands for the Midwifery Standard Review Board, on how you practice. We are required to submit written reflections on our practice using the 10 standards that I've already read, and also written evaluation from the women you have looked after on what they think, the care you have given them. We need to meet all these requirements in order to help us obtain a current practicing certificate and be a safe practitioner. All midwives are required to practice across the scope, meaning all midwives need to update your clinical skills in antenatal care, labor and birth, and in postnatal care, whether you're holding management posts or lecturers or working in clinical settings. You still need to comply with the requirements from the Midwifery Council. And this is done every 2 years. Simply, it means if you are holding a midwifery certificate, then you haven't been practicing across the scope, then you need to get some clinical hours doing some antenatal care, doing some deliveries and postnatal care, so that you'll be able to maintain a current practicing certificate and we speak the same midwifery language. Some useful tips that you can apply in your clinical settings. 1, do not let situation control you. You control the situation. 2, greet your women with a smile. Let the woman and her partner or husband feel received. 3, do not make assumptions. Always make a clinical assessment with the help of your guidelines. And 4thly, do not be afraid to ask for second opinion from your work colleagues. And in conclusion, let's work together in upgrading our midwifery standard in Fiji. Let's make a difference in providing a positive impact to our women, community, and their families. Thank you so much, and God bless.